Hey yo, what's good everybody? It's your boy Matthew Maley for MatthewMaley.com. Well, ain't on the couch, but like last time, we are back on this really cool chair. So it is time for another weekly movie review. Wanted to see a couple different flicks, but none of them were either released yet or at the Redbox or Blockbuster Express that I went to. So I ended up with a movie that didn't really look that great, but it was something. So, saw a couple names in it I liked. Figured let's give it a try. $1.50 wasted. I'm speaking of a movie called Blood Out. It, if you listen to the case and the front of it, it stars Val Kilmer, 50 Cent, and Vinnie Jones. If you go off of who was actually in the movie, it stars Luke Goss, Tamer Hassan, Ed Quinn, who I swear I've seen in like every movie before. He looks hella familiar. As well as AnnaLynne McCord, who is probably best known for being in the new reboot of 90210, as well as played the ever so sexy daughter in Nip Tuck before the show completely went to shit. There's something about her. I don't think she's got the prettiest face, cutest face, whatever, but there's something about her that is insanely sexy. I don't know what it is, but there's something about her that is just ridiculously sexy to me. So that's who's actually in the movie. There are also, I would call them extended cameos by 50 Cent, Val Kilmer, Vinnie Jones, as well as Bobby Lashley, the ex-professional wrestler slash MMA fighter slash back to professional wrestler, all have moments in it, if you will. So as well as a couple other people that you see here and there, but nobody really worth mentioning. So basic storyline is Luke Goss plays a small town sheriff whose brother is mixed up in a deadly gang. Well, after a life of effing up, his brother finally comes to him and says, you know what, I want out of the gang. And after some convincing, brother the cop believes him. Well, of course, that leads to some consequences. Wanting out of a gang usually means you either have to be jumped out or blood out, which usually blood out means you have to kill somebody, but they took some creative liberties. So one thing that was kind of cool is the gang itself isn't a racial gang. It's just, there's white guys, black guys, Latin guys, Asian guys, a whole group of people. So I thought that was kind of cool. Rather than the standard, those are the blacks, that's the Latins, those are the Asians, those are the whites. And apparently every black guy likes each other because they're all in a gang. Every Asian guy likes each other because they're all in a gang. Doesn't matter what Asian. That's what most movies are like. So I did think it was kind of cool that a gang movie would have that, group of that kind of a mixture. I did like that. One of the only things I liked. We'll get more to that. So, of course, his brother gets killed. Why wouldn't his brother get killed? I mean, it has to happen. It's a movie. You're going to be hearing that phrase a lot through this review. So, brother the cop attempts to see who's progressing with this case, see how he can help, whatever. Finds out that the case has been transferred to some big city cops, one of which is played by 50 Cent, which apparently every big city cop homicide detective is an asshole. And they proceed to beat the shit out of brother the cop for asking too many questions? Not really sure. But apparently 50 Cent is an asshole in real life, so they had him play to his strengths. And next thing you know, he's tasing a cop and taking his gun and badge. Again, it's a movie. We then see that the only possible way that could ever lead to justice for cop brother's brother is for him to become a gang member, right? That's the logical steps that you guys see too, right? Cops won't do anything, so let's go get thousands of dollars worth of tattoos, never find out where he got the money from, all of which are gang-specific tattoos, then go out and commit aggravated assault and battery multiple times with a deadly weapon on numerous other gang members to show my level of devotion to the gang. Then once brought into the gang, proceeds to do even more felonious acts to get deeper within the gang, to impress the leaders, to eventually find out who killed his brother. Because it's a movie. So, of course, all those things happen perfectly, and even though there's multiple people in the gang who seemingly are doing just as well as Brother the Cop, this guy gets to proceed quicker than everybody else, even though he's brand new to the gang, and even though he hasn't proven himself to be any more true or loyal than the other people who've been in the game for longer, he gets brought up to level of ranking official, if you will. I don't even remember what they called it in the movie. It's 6 o'clock in the morning, so that's maybe why. But they called them either captains or generals. I think it was generals. So apparently this gang is so outstretching that they are, or outreaching, I guess would be a better term, that they have yearly summits to decide who's going to rule different parts of the world. Okay. Well, at these summits, which we get a nice extended cameo from Val Kilmer, and mind you, 50 Cent is in literally 3 scenes. 2 scenes. 2 scenes, yeah. 2 scenes. But got from Billy. So now we get to meet Val Kilmer, who plays one of the other drug gang boss leader guys, where each year they have these fighter tournaments. Again, it's a movie, where the territory and how it's divided up depends on if your general, or whatever they called him, wins his fight. Yeah. Again, it's a movie. So, of course, that ends up happening. But there's also a few more twists and turns along the way, involving cop brother's brother getting somebody pregnant and who that person is. Of course, which becomes an expendable life at the end, or at least a life that causes a choice to be made. Though it's never shown how that came up or why the bad guys found out about it, so that doesn't make sense. And then, of course, we have a nice little twist involving an FBI agent or something like that that totally wasn't believable. But okay, again, it's a movie. And then, to top it all off, we have one of the worst CGI assisted, I can't even say assisted, as much as it was a CGI destroyed rollover car accident involving somebody not wearing their seatbelt but being 1,000,000% okay in history. Like, stuff that was worse than what you saw in, like, Fast and the Furious 2. Like, this was CGI stuff that I'm pretty sure I could have done on a Macintosh computer from, like, 1987. And, yeah, that was about it. Of course, you know, the movie can't end without a couple more, you know, badass one-liners and, you know, other standard, stereotypical necessities for any kind of action flick that goes directly to DVD. Now, my curiosity is, 50 Cent is not a horrible actor. I'm not saying he's Al Pacino, but he's not a horrible actor. He does have a problem with mumbling on his lines and talking like this a lot. But whatever, he got shot in the jaw. That's what happens when you get shot 9 times. You got to make sacrifices. I can deal with that. But what I don't understand is when you have 2 actors who are respected, reputable actors. And I admit they've both been in some yeah type of flicks. That of Vinnie Jones and Val Kilmer. But Val Kilmer had some pretty high star appeal. He might never have been a true A-list, but he was solid on the B-list. Vinnie Jones, I mentioned this before on my Facebook and my Twitter. I met him recently. He was an amazingly cool guy. Literally, I would have loved to have sat there and shot the shit with him for hours, not just the 5 minutes I got to talk with him. So I am somewhat biased, and he did a very solid job with the movie, just like Val Kilmer did for the 3 seconds he was in it. But these are the type of movies that just are so unnecessary. And maybe they made a good paycheck on it. I don't know. So who am I to say otherwise, you know? At the end of the day, maybe it was, hey, I need to buy, you know, a diamond necklace for my wife, so this movie's, you know, offering to pay X amount of money. I don't know. Maybe. But obviously they spent all of the CGI budget on the top 3 people that were billed. And for what? For extended cameos. So, I mean, there is a market for these type of films, the straight-to-DVD type of films. I mean, that's the reason there's been, like, The Marine Part, like, 16, or any of these other movies that literally never were released in big theaters. And if they were, it was for, I mean, a day, and then they went directly to DVD. And I get that. You know, it's kind of like, in a way, it's kind of like independent music. Would you rather sign with Def Jam, where you get 5 cents a record, or would you rather and sell 1 million copies, or would you rather sign with Smack Dick Records and get $5 an album and sell 100,000? You know, so I understand it, but in the same sense, like, I guess I don't get when you have somebody who is somewhat of a reputable actor and well known to do something like that. I mean, from Val Kilmer's perspective, Salton Sea was awesome. Spartan was pretty decent. And I mean, we're not even getting to great movies like Tombstone, like Kiss Kiss Bang Bang. Those were great movies. Why is Val Kilmer in this? Vinnie Jones. I know Vinnie Jones has always been somewhat more of a bit actor. He's never been, you know, that much of a lead outside of the Mean Machine. But he was in Snatch. It was incredible. He was good in Gone in 60 Seconds. He's been good in really everything he's ever done. So why do you need to make this movie? I don't know. I mean, who am I to shake my fist at a paycheck? But in the same sense, like, I hate that this will be on Val Kilmer or Vinnie Jones' IMDb. For people to look and say, oh, Vinnie Jones, I really liked him in Snatch. He was awesome in that. Let's see what else he was in. Blood Out. Let's check it out. Oh, it was shit. Oh, maybe Vinnie Jones does shit movies. I don't like that. I don't like that connotation. So I know I've just gone off on a rant about shit movies and good actors being in them. And I'm talking shit about getting a paycheck, which I really shouldn't do because my paychecks are running out here soon. So who knows? I might be making like direct to DVD poker manuals or something here. It'd be kind of cool. Or starring in my own direct to DVD movies here to make a paycheck. So I can't really talk shit about it, but in the same sense, like, I just wish that they had made the movie a little bit better for the sake of Val Kilmer and Vinnie Jones, if that makes sense. So again, sorry for the rant. No, I went off on a tangent in the left field there, but it had to be said, because this movie was le garbage. So that comes to the story of how many stars are we going to give it. Well, there were some decent action scenes in terms of the fight sequences, because every single fight in the movie, I mean, had to go on like we were in an MMA movie or something, or like an old school Chuck Norris TV show. I felt like it was Walker, Texas Ranger, every single time a bad guy came running in. And, you know, it went on and on and on, more than it needed to, but okay. Some of those were decent. Some of the gunplay wasn't horrible. Most of it was kind of shitty. But there were elements that weren't awful. But it's always bad when you're taking the best that you can and saying it wasn't awful. So at the end of the day, this is a 2-star movie. Not worth your time. Not worth the $2. Not worth the purchase from a bargain bin at Walmart in a month. Not worth anything like that. I'm sorry, because I like Val Kilmer. I like Vinnie Jones. I even sometimes kind of can almost stand 50 Cent. I really like old girl AnnaLynne McCord or whatever the hell her name was. And Quinn, I think was his name. He did a really good job too. And I swear, that guy has the exact same face as some other person in Hollywood because I've seen him before. But at the end of the day, I really can't say anything that good about this. So there you have it. Definitely a 2-star movie, which on my scale is a bad movie. So don't see it. Don't waste your time. It's only an hour and a half. That's an hour and a half that you could learn how to speak Dutch or something. Anything would be better than this. I don't know why I threw that out there of speaking Dutch. I'm tired. So I'm going to bed to officially get my weekend started. You guys find a better movie to watch than Blood Out because it was atrocious, or spend a better hour and a half and watch videos by me. Check out MatthewMaley.com, and you can check out all my recent videos in the current video blog tab. You can also check out all my previous videos in the previous video blog tab. They both have really fancy drop-down menus and quick links at the bottom of each page, and it's kind of cool, I gotta say, kind of cool. You can also check me out directly on YouTube. Just search for Matthew Maley Poker and click my YouTube channel. I post everything there, obviously. So you can like my videos, you can comment on my videos, you can subscribe to my channel, you can give me a thumbs up, you can give me a thumbs down if you want. It's all good at the end of the day. At least you guys are watching my videos, even if you hate them. Thanks for watching. You can also check me out on Facebook. Again, search for Matthew Maley Poker. Post all my videos on there as well as my bigger bulletin messages. Of course, follow your boy on Twitter. I am at Matthew Maley, always tweeting. Get ready, Sunday, football's coming up. It's going to be big. Always tweet big on football days. And finally, I am new to it, but I'm trying my best. So follow me on Instagram at Matthew Maley Poker. And stay tuned for all kinds of crazy pictures I put up. Though right now, crazy just means either poker, Vegas, or shoe related. Eventually, I'll expand my horizons a little bit. Maybe I'll add cars to the mix. Woo, woo, woo. Watch out now. And on that note, I am going to bed. So peace out, everybody. I hope everybody had a great week. And I hope you have something amazing planned for your weekend. I am signing off. Peace.